Welcome back to Matchday Dugout, your go-to place for the hottest football takes and deep dive analysis. Today, we've got another exciting breakdown coming your way. If you love football talk and don't want to miss a beat from the biggest games and stories around the world, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to stay in the loop. Let's get straight into it. Liverpool's key performers against Bournemouth. Liverpool kicked off their 2025-26 Premier League title defense with a dramatic 4-2 win over Bournemouth at Anfield, an emotional night marked by a tribute to the late Diogo Jota and his brother Andre, and buoyed by standout performances from both new arrivals and established stars. Hugo Ekitiké immediately stamped his mark on the match by opening the scoring in the 37th minute. A commanding debut performance, the summer signing from Eintracht Frankfurt showed confidence and pace, bullying the Bournemouth defense with his movement and composure. Cody Gakpo added the second goal in the early stages of the second half, sliding a perfect finish into the bottom corner from Ekitiké's setup. The assist and finish both speak to his growing influence in Liverpool's attacking circuit. On a night of debut brilliance, Federico Chiesa delivered Liverpool's third with a stunning strike in the 88th minute, his first ever Premier League goal, and a hero moment that swung the game back in Liverpool's favor. Mohamed Salah ensured the win with his customary flair, sealing the game in stoppage time via another opening day goal that extended his personal record to a remarkable 10 goals across Premier League openers. Salah's late finish not only secured the victory, but also delivered a potent emotional response, leaving Anfield flooded with both joy and tears. In defense, Virgil van Dijk was solid, though Bournemouth's 2 goals exposed vulnerabilities in Liverpool's backline. Still, Van Dijk's leadership and command remained central to stabilizing the defense. Midfield trio Alexis Mac Allister, Dominic Szoboszlai, and Florian Wirtz each contributed to balance and fluidity in transitions. Mac Allister notched the assist for Ekitiké and grew into the game, while Szoboszlai offered tireless effort to anchor the midfield. Wirtz, although more reserved, helped keep the engine running in his new opening day appearance. Of note is Anton Semenyo of Bournemouth, who despite facing reported racist abuse, delivered a brace that rocked Anfield and tested Liverpool's composure. His resilience earned respect across both camps. In summary, Liverpool's key performers on opening night were Ekitiké and Gakpo with early footholds, Chiesa with a clutch winner, and Salah providing his trademark late flourish. Add to that stabilizing displays from Van Dijk and reliable contributions from the midfield, and this Arsenal show of depth and star power paves a promising path for the season, albeit with defensive issues still to address. Underwhelming displays that cost Liverpool momentum. Despite Liverpool's 4-2 season-opening win over Bournemouth, not everything ran smoothly at Anfield. There were several underwhelming performances that threatened to derail momentum in the early stages of the Premier League 2025-26 campaign. One glaring issue was the defense. Liverpool conceded 2 goals in the first half, exposing vulnerabilities that have carried over from last season. Bournemouth's equalizer came from a lack of coordination in the back line, and the second goal was equally avoidable, both underscoring the systemic frailties that came under scrutiny from fans and pundits alike. Center-back struggled to maintain defensive organization, especially when confronted with quick transitions, something that Anfield's notorious high line couldn't absorb with ease. Another concerning factor was midfield performance. Despite the presence of Alexis Mac Allister, Dominic Szoboszlai, and newcomer Florian Wirtz, the trio struggled to impose themselves for long spells. There were periods where Liverpool failed to string passes or control the match tempo effectively. Bournemouth actually enjoyed spells of possession that unsettled Klopp's men, an unusual sight for a team renowned for dictating games. Wirtz in particular looked subdued on his debut, lacking the creative spark expected of him, while Szoboszlai's usual energy was inconsistent. Equally noteworthy was the lack of coherence in transitions. Liverpool looked brilliant going forward, especially following Ekitéké's opener and Salah's late finish, but repeatedly lost their grip when Bournemouth countered. Rapid turnovers saw Liverpool scrambling, and those shaky moments nearly undid their strong attacking show. In essence, momentum slipped through their fingers more than once before they clawed back control. Finally, the bench depth didn't offer much spark when introduced. Backup players failed to complement the starters, with a lack of impact off the bench diluting Liverpool's explosive potential. Klopp will need stronger rotation options to preserve momentum throughout the season, especially with Champions League focus undoubtedly on the table. In short, while the match ended in applause and relief, underwhelming defensive coordination, lethargic midfield control, unimpressive wing play, and a flat bench performance all highlighted areas where Liverpool must improve. For a club with title aspirations, these are early warning signs. As Anfield settles back into its rhythm, addressing these issues swiftly will be key. If Liverpool can shore up defensively and re-energize their transitional play, they'll be unstoppable. Until then, complacency remains a serious threat, even when you're making the flashy headlines.
Florian Wirtz's Premier League debut, harsh reality hits big money signing amid Liverpool's emotional roller coaster versus Bournemouth. Florian Wirtz arrived on Merseyside as a record-equaling marquee £100 million, potentially rising to $116 million with the weight of expectation immediately on his shoulders. His highly anticipated Premier League debut came on August 16, 2025, in a dramatic and emotional season opener against AFC Bournemouth, an evening forever shaped by a haunting tribute and raw footy emotion. The stage was set in memoriam. Anfield fell into reverent silence for Diogo Jota and his brother Andre Silva, who tragically passed away last month. A poignant DJ20 mosaic adorned the stands, and Salah's emotional performance, culminating with tears and baby shark celebrations, served as a stark reminder of grief woven into life and football. Turning to the pitch, Liverpool started well. New signing Hugo Ekitiké scored the opener in his debut, followed swiftly by Cody Gakpo doubling the lead. Yet, Wirtz's impact remained muted. Despite high anticipation, he failed to register a goal or assist and finished with modest stats. 0 shots on target, just 4 touches in the box, and a few missteps visible in his first 82 minutes on the field. In the window of excitement and pressure, fans were blunt. Wirtz underwhelming, nowhere near the pace, one commented. Another lamented, taken too long on the ball and bullied in 50-50s. Even staunch supporters wondered if such a hefty price tag was justified. Meanwhile, Bournemouth fought back in stunning fashion. Antoine Semenyo, despite enduring racial abuse reported during the game, scored twice to level the contest at 2-2, demonstrating both resilience and class in adversity. With the match teetering on the edge, Liverpool's late-game depth shone through. Federico Chiesa, who had barely featured under new manager Arne Slot, delivered a breathtaking volley at the 88th minute. Salah struck again deep into stoppage time to seal a 4-2 victory. Post-match reflection captured the duality of Liverpool's current state. Ekitiké shone, but Wirtz's debut laid bare the challenges of adapting to life at Anfield. Meanwhile, defensive lapses, especially those that allowed Semenyo's exits, exposed vulnerabilities in Slot's pressing system. In short, Wirtz's debut was a sobering reality check. Loaded with potential, he served up flashes of talent amid an underwhelming performance under Premier League pressures. His journey has just begun, but the path ahead demands patience, adaptation, and resilience. The emotional night at Anfield offered victory, inspiration, and wounds, both visible and unseen, as Liverpool confront a new season amid grief, expectation, and transformation.
Florian Wirtz's performance for Liverpool against Bournemouth has certainly got fans talking. Florian Wirtz made his Premier League debut as Liverpool played Bournemouth, which left fans all saying the same thing. Florian Wirtz arrived at Anfield with huge expectations, and his Premier League appearance showed glimpses of the 22-year-old's capabilities. Amid a Senesi handball controversy, a few players stood out in the match and had fans talking on social media. That included Florian Wirtz, who became a major talking point on X. Fans react to Florian Wirtz's Premier League debut. Fans flocked to social media on Friday night to discuss Liverpool against Bournemouth and, more importantly, Wirtz. They weren't exactly impressed with the most expensive player in Premier League history. I'm sorry, but there's no chance this fella, Florian Wirtz, is worth £150 million. They've been absolutely scammed, one fan wrote. Wirtz underwhelming once more. I expect much more from a £150 million player, says another. One adds, Wirtz is 100% leaving my FPL next week. Once I assess all games, he looks awful. Genuinely baffling how unathletic he looks. Zero power in his running, generates practically no torque when striking the ball. £150 million, an unconvinced fan puts in. Another says, by the way, Wirtz has been poor, taken too long on the ball, and bullied in 50-50s. He should have been substituted. Don't want to be harsh, but Florian Wirtz has struggled with the physicality and tempo today. It will take a good amount of time before he actually blossoms, a final adds. Wirtz's stats versus Bournemouth. A very mediocre first outing for the German in Liverpool colours, which was reflected in his stats on the night. Alas, early days. Wirtz has unlimited potential, and judgment can't be made on the creative midfielder after a mere 82 minutes on the pitch, but he will have hoped for a better Premier League opener.
What Liverpool must improve in upcoming fixtures. Liverpool kicked off their 2025-26 Premier League season with a thrilling 4-2 comeback victory over Bournemouth. While the result was emphatic, several areas in need of attention surfaced, areas that could prove decisive as the season unfolds. Defensive discipline and cohesion. Liverpool's defense looked fragile early on, conceding 2 goals in the opening 40 minutes. Bournemouth's equalizer came from a breakdown in structure, and a second from a set piece exposed the fragile transition. Match analysts highlighted Liverpool's tendency to lack compactness when moving from attack to defense, a problem that could be ruthlessly punished by sharper teams. Fixing this vulnerability tops the agenda. Midfield balance and transition control. Though new signings like Florian Wirtz and Alexis McAllister offer creative talent, the midfield still appeared disjointed in controlling tempo against Bournemouth. At times, possession slipped quickly into opponents' feet without fluid passing patterns. Liverpool must find a better work rate and vision balance in central areas to avoid being overrun by organized midfields. Pressing triggers and efficiency. Bournemouth capitalized on rushed Liverpool touches, exposing gaps during moments of mispressing. Klopp's trademark high press needs tighter timing and greater coordination among frontline players. Watching Bournemouth's transitions, it became clear that precision in pressing is essential, not just moving as a front four, but choosing when to turn and press as a structure. Bench impact and rotation readiness. Liverpool's bench contributions were underwhelming. Substitutes offered limited tactical or creative spark, and slot may need deeper rotations. With a packed fixture calendar ahead, ensuring fresher options and a stronger second unit bench will be vital for maintaining momentum and managing player fatigue. Finishing consistency. Attacking moments were plentiful, but finishing remained inconsistent. Despite Ekitiké, Gakpo, Chiesa, and Salah scoring and contributing admirably, there were several missed opportunities, early chances squandered, or off target. If Liverpool are to challenge on multiple fronts, forwards must find better consistency in conversion. Set-piece organization. Bournemouth's equalizer originated from a poorly defended set piece, pointing to unfinished business in marking setups and leadership in aerial duels during dead ball situations. Liverpool must shore up their setups prior to facing teams with stronger set-piece delivery. Communication and defensive leadership. Van Dijk's leadership remains essential, but the defense needs clear on-field direction, especially from fullbacks and the pivot. Moments of uncertainty, particularly during quick transitions, highlighted the need for constant communication to preserve shape. In summary, while Liverpool's opening day performance had moments of flair and dynamism, emerging weaknesses in areas like defensive cohesion, press efficiency, mid-block transitions, set-piece setups, and game management need urgent attention. Addressing these will be critical as Slotsmen prepare for tougher fixtures ahead. That's all for today's breakdown here on Matchday Dugout. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss our next video. But now it's over to you. What do you think? Does Liverpool have what it takes to fix their weaknesses in time for the big matches ahead, or are they in for a tough run? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your take and start the debate.